Hello, I'm in a different room today. I don't normally film in here, but I thought I'd film in here today just to change things up a bit. I might try and film in here more often this year just to keep things interesting for both you and me. I have another listening practice video for you today. We're going to be listening to two women just having a conversation. They're talking about a man and his name is Ned. I'll play the conversation for you 4 times as per usual, twice at the normal speed and then another 2 times at a slightly slower speed. And today I'd like you to try and write down what you hear. And then after you listen to the conversation, we can talk about a few things that they said today. Okay, let's go.
What's going on?
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
Okie doke. What's going on?
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
Okie doke. What's going on?
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
Okie doke. What's going on?
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
Okie doke.
What's going on? No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment. Oh, is he okay? Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help. Okie doke. Now let's talk about a few things that they said in this conversation. The first woman said or asked, "What's going on?"
What's going on?
Going on. I've talked about this phrasal verb a few times recently, and each time it's had the same meaning, happening. This was one of the phrasal verbs that I talked about in my 30-day phrasal verb challenge, and I also mentioned it in last week's video, if you remember. Now, I didn't choose to study this particular phrasal verb in these videos. They just happen to be part of the sentence or part of the conversation that I wanted to study that day. So this meaning is a good one to learn because it's used quite often, and it's also quite easy to practice using it when you're just talking to friends. There's a lot going on in the office at the moment. There's a lot happening in the office at the moment. What's going on over there? What's happening over there? Why are there so many people? Why is there so much noise? Should really just be pointing over there because that's where the noise is actually coming from. So here, the first woman wants to know what's happening. So she asked, what's going on? Of course, you can also say what's happening. That's perfectly fine too. But what's going on is just a more casual way of asking it. Phrasal verbs generally have a more casual feel to them, and as I've mentioned before, we're very casual and laid back in Australia, as you might already know if you live in Australia. So try and use this in more casual, friendly conversations.
What's going on?
Then the second woman replied with, "No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment."
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
To go through. This phrasal verb has a few different meanings, and I talked about one of these meanings in my 30-day phrasal verb challenge. Do you remember how this phrasal verb was used in that video? Here, it's being used in a different way. It's being used to mean to experience something bad or something difficult. So something bad or something difficult happens. For example, maybe you're finding school or university very difficult. You're feeling very sad and you're actually thinking of dropping out. You want to stop going to school or university. You just want to leave and never come back. So your parents are very angry with you because you want to stop going to classes. You're feeling very sad and all you want to do is stay home. You don't want to go out. You don't even want to see your friends. So you're going through a very difficult time at the moment. Here, Ned is going through a difficult time. He's going through some issues at the moment.
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Issue. This actually has a few different meanings, but here it just means problem. So, for example, you could have health issues or family issues that you have to deal with at the moment. Or more generally, if we're talking about the whole country or even the whole world, we could be talking about environmental issues or economic issues. It sounds softer than problem, so it makes it sound like your problem isn't too bad, even though it could be. So it's a nice one to use at work when you want to tell your boss that there's a problem. I think we have an issue with this product. We have a bit of an issue with this customer. And then continue to give more details about the problem. It's a nice way to introduce the problem to your boss because it's softer. But of course, if it's a serious problem, like someone could die or a fire could start, then yeah, use problem. But in an office, most things are not that bad. So using issue will still tell your boss that there's a problem, but you or the team will still be able to solve the problem. Here, she's talking about Ned going through some issues at the moment. So Ned has some problems at the moment and he's trying to deal with them. We don't know what the problems are, we just know that he has some problems at the moment and they just want to help him.
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
And then the other woman replied with, okie doke.
Okie doke.
Okie doke or okie dokie. These are just very informal ways of saying okay, but it's really just used at the beginning of sentences or by itself, like how she used it in today's conversation. So we wouldn't say, are you okie doke? Or that movie was okie dokie. We would just say, are you okay? Or that movie was okay. So if you're using it at the beginning of your sentence, when would you use it? When you're agreeing to something, okie doke, no problem, I can do that. Okay, no problem, I can do that. Or when you want to start a new topic. Okie doke, so what are we doing today? Okay, so what are we doing today?
Okie doke.
Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. I would really appreciate it. And here you can reply back and say, okie doke. Let's listen to this conversation one more time at the normal speed.
What's going on?
No, nothing. Ned's just going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, he will be. We just all want to help.
Okie doke.
Thank you for watching today. Keep practicing, stay safe out there, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye. It's like as soon as I press the record button, they just start hammering or they start drilling or they do whatever they do. How much of this can you hear? I wonder. That movie was okie dokie. We would just say, what were the two sentences? Oh. Okay, I'm off. See you later. Okay, I'm off. See you later.